Okay, Shannon.
Well, sisters, welcome to our Sally Walker gathering, full moon in Libra. Yes.
I share balance, scales, balance.
That's right. The scales of balance, the scales of balance. So today is March 28th, 2021. And so it is my pleasure to greet us all into our sacred sister circle. And for our sisters who are not present physically, but always with us in spirit, we love y'all.
Yes, we
And
do.
Love you.
Upholding
Love
you and keeping you with us as we continue on this journey of this new season of spring, this journey of a new calendar year, and then also, just this new, what we call it, this new season. Yeah, this new season with spring having come in. So I'm going to open up with a song, and then we will go on into sharing our wins and our updates and our whatever's on your heart. You know how we like to do coming your own way, any announcements or just, messages that you want to share with us. So this song is This Joy. This is one of the songs on the God is in the Breeze song collection that I created at the beginning of this year. And so all praises to Divine Spirit for the gift of the music. Okay. All right. Can y'all hear?
This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, this peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. But you tried. I know not. Yeah, you tried to take it from me. You tried. You tried to take it from me. Oh, you tried. You tried to take it from me. But the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. But the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. But the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away.
Oh my.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Yes, I love that.
Thank you. Oh, I turned it off too fast. Let me.
No, I love hearing your laugh at the end. That's
Me
like,
too.
yeah,
It's
that's
like the joy comes
Yes.
out just of the, like you said, you it's like you put the exclamation point at the end of the song with your laughter.
Yes. Thank you. Y'all know I'm having fun with the music. It's just it's pure joy. It's just like joy, joy. Sister Trudy says, my connection is poor. I'm heading to the airport in a few. I love you, and we'll see you. We'll see you soon. Okay. She has to go to the airport. All right, Sister Trudy.
All right, Sister
Bye.
Trudy.
See
Be
you next
safe.
time.
All
See
right.
ya.
Thank you.
Yes.
Enjoy your
Peace.
family.
Enjoy. Be
Thank
safe.
Okay. All right. So yeah, thank y'all for letting me share that, and thank you for the positive vibe, the positive feedback. I'm glad that the song is resonating for you. The music is. That's what the directive was from Spirit. Put it out there and share it and let it bless the hearts of people.
Yeah.
Yes, it is so beautiful. When I heard it, I remember back in the day, I was in this relationship, and I used to always say to myself, we would get into our battles, and I would always say, I'm not going to let you steal my joy. I'm not going to let you steal my joy. And every time I said that, I just start feeling stronger and stronger and stronger. And then when I heard your song, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That's what I needed to hear at that moment. And I truly believe that's what we all long to feel, that we have power in our own lives. And we're not going to let everything that's happening in this world take our joy away, take our love away, take our peace away. And thank you. Thank you for verbalizing it.
Ashe.
Yeah.
Peace, Sister Adeshoye. Welcome.
Yeah.
Peace, Queen. Peace,
Welcome.
sisters. How's everybody?
Welcome.
Good.
Fantastic. Good to see you.
Good to see y'all. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I just
That's
wrapped
That's
up.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Well, you are good. We're actually right on time because we were about to begin our check-ins.
Awesome.
And so in our checking in, whatever you'd like to share in terms of, your life and family and whatever, updates, good news, what's on your heart, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Who would like to begin?
I'll begin.
Thank you, Sister Shannon. Let's go.
Just a blessing to be here. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I didn't know what time I would arrive, but I'm glad I'm here among the beautiful queen goddesses.
Yes.
I shared it in the chat, but I'll say it again. I did pass my state exam from life. I took it last Saturday, and I really said, you know what? I do not want to keep taking this. I want to pass this on the first go round. And I did. So I'm very grateful, extremely relieved, because it was a lot of, a lot of material, a lot of studying, a lot of taking focus exams and simulated tests. As a matter of fact, with this particular business, you have to take a simulated test, which is similar to the real test, and you have to pass the simulated test before you can even register for the real test. So just very grateful, as it is another, as I said, another blossom of a seed that was planted toward financial independence and growth. So
That's phenomenal.
Thanks and praise.
Ashe. Ashe. Congratulations, Sister Shannon.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And is it a certification? Is that no, it's a license.
It's a license. Of course, that's the first step. You have to pass the exam. I had to do the fingerprinting and the background, and all of that had to be sent off to the state of Louisiana, that department. And then I guess the next process is when they issue you your actual license. But I know you're familiar with it because Angelique is in that same business. So it's a lot of steps. It took me a while, and like I told the regional vice president, I said I may not be the fastest, because there were people just taking it and they were passing it and they was just getting in like a month ago, and and I've been at this for a little bit before Thanksgiving. And I'm like, but I'm gonna get there. So
Yes.
I did.
That's fantastic. Again, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you all. And you all had a, trust me, as I said in the chat, you know, this particular circle, this group of sacred soul sisters played a major role in it, you know, with the new moon work and the full moon and just the fellowship and the support and the camaraderie and the sisterhood that we have really was a major impetus in me saying, okay, Shannon, you can do this. You gonna do this. You gonna do this.
I
Okay,
love
so you
it.
didn't pass this quiz. You gonna take another quiz and pass that. Okay, so you just take as many as you need and get where you gotta get, and prep for the big test, the real test. So
That's fantastic.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's such a testimony to nothing beats a made up mind.
Yes.
It's like you're like, I'm gonna pass this test.
I'm gonna pass this. And I'm not gonna keep taking it. I'm gonna pass this on the first go round. I'm not gonna come back.
That's great.
So,
thank you, Sister Shannon, for checking in. And as you continue on your path with your license and the opportunities, you know, please keep us informed about, you know, those opportunities with your company as well.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Who's next?
I'll go.
Yes, Sister Ya. Welcome. So glad you're with us tonight.
Thank you. Before I say anything, though, I have to compliment Adeshoye. Your eyes look fabulous. You have on eyeshadow? You have on eyeshadow? Okay, sis. I'm seeing it. I love it.
Try not to look too sleepy.
No, you don't look sleepy. Your eyes. I was like, wait a minute. Look at that shimmy shammy. I see it.
It's pretty.
Yeah. I'm glad to be here with everyone. Last month I just needed to rest, and Adeshoye remind me it was the season of Pisces and it encourages rest. And so I just could you know, I think y'all know I work like 6 days a week regularly, and sometimes 7 days a week, and then I'm unpacking. It's a lot going on, but I got it, you know what I mean? It's my life, and it's, you know, what it is, you know. But this week I saw more sunshine. Yesterday I was outside in the community. Oh my gosh. I was out there we were at our second church doing a COVID vaccination, and so I'm learning a lot from community. But excitingly, I arranged, and you all are invited. It's on my page. If I can, I'll try to send it to the group site or whatever. But I'm on the advisory board at Sanctuary Farms here in Philadelphia, and I started out as a volunteer. I was a community health worker for a short period of time before the pandemic happened, but food security is a big portion of my advocacy. And I was thinking of, I invited, my cousin is a PhD candidate for environmental justice and studies. And so his presentations are amazing to me, and I just wanted to share that with others. And the reason that I asked the forum if we could have him do a presentation for us was because I so you know how if you're an artist, like, so one time, like, if you're an artist, and if you, like, let's say you're a writer, and you like, your writer is your dominant art, and then you like do something, a different modality like painting or singing or dancing to tap into the other creativity of things. So and climate change is indirectly related to farming, you know what I mean? But I just wanted us to see the presentation to see if it gives us any other ideas about anything. Like me being in the food security advocacy things is giving me ideas about housing advocacies, you know what I mean? So I was just thinking about, like, you know, maybe if more people see this, it can help us think about food security in another way, or like see how we could connect the dots. I can't connect the dots, but you never know. I might eventually, and somebody else might. So that I was excited about that. And that's Wednesday at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, and it's free. And then, oh, my cousin, it's not my news, but it's my family news. My other cousin, she just was assigned her residency, so she is officially a doctor. Her name is Dr. Nia Cardi. She and she got placed at Kaiser in Napa Valley. So she'll be working in Napa Valley at the Kaiser. She was looking all on the East Coast, and it wasn't her first choice, but it was in her top 3, so it works out good. And she is going to do a 3-year residency there, so we're very excited. She's, as far as I know, she's our first doctor in the family. And my brother and my sister-in-law, they just opened up, like, this, I think the end of last year. They're nurse practitioner, and he's a nurse, and they opened up a family practice in New York. So yeah, so a concierge family practice. So I'm really excited about the family achievements. And I did a Yas Healing Lab consultation with somebody today as a thank you for my like, she's a woman that's not she's in my rites of passage community, but she sent me a big donation when I was doing that, when I was going through my crisis. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I offered this to my Sally Walker ladies, I could offer it to you. So that's why I couldn't do one for y'all in March. She got the March one, and she loved it. I was so excited. She loved it. You know, I know that people love it and everything, but it warms my heart, and I get excited all over again, because each and every one that I do is different. It's some common threads there, but it's really specific to that person, you know what I mean? And they usually could feel the energy that I put into it. And then just to see how rewarding it is for the other person, it just warms my whole entire heart and spirit. And it makes me feel like I'm doing my purpose work and what I'm put on earth, like, to do a part of that work. So I'm excited. Don't forget to pick y'all dates if y'all haven't already.
Okay.
That's inside of our group on Facebook, right? The private
Yes,
group?
ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, Sister Ya. I want y'all to know I already have my date with Sister Ya. So thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
My date.
What'd you say, Sister Shannon?
I got to pick my date.
Yes, you got to pick your date. Yes, pick your date. Thanks for letting me share, y'all.
Most definitely. Sister Ya, the talk that you're inviting us to Wednesday, I did see you posted something. The image that I remember was like a table with a purple cloth on it. And it was something about food security. Is that the link that we need to look in? Is that the image?
Yeah. So that's the farm. It says Sanctuary Farms, I think. And it should say climate, and I just reposted it at the top too. Like I'm gonna try to post it every day so it could be at the top of my page and just to remind people. But it's it says climate change and its impact on the inner city or something like that. It's about.
I don't know. I was going fast, with this weekend and this week supporting Angelique, but I remember the visual.
Yeah, I think you liked it. I remember seeing your so it's the same one. Yes, that's it.
Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you for that invitation to all of us. I'll go back and take a closer look also. And your so what I'm hearing you say is it's a lot of healers you know, in your family. Like that's a family blessing and gifting
Yes.
that's carrying forward.
Yeah, I think all of my family is either in healthcare, social justice, or law. We have doctors, lawyers, and social workers.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Well, thank you for sharing that. Congratulations to all of your family and to you as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Ashe. All right. Sister Eckerly, would you like to go next?
Yes, I would. How'd you know? Peace and blessings once again, everyone. Let me see. Last week has been a really beautiful week for me. I feel like it's a coming out, and I wrote my godfather, and I said that it was a rebirth because now we're past the winter and we're going into the spring and everything is blooming. So yesterday I went upstairs and I was like, this hair, and I cut my hair off again, how I usually have it. And I feel absolutely beautiful because there's a story behind the journey of me cutting my hair, which I'll probably tell at another time. But once I did that, that's when I was able to truly see myself. And I say that because I was in the past hung up over, oh, my hair doesn't look right. Oh, this one lock is just twisted. Oh, I need to go get it done. And I was focusing more on the outside of me than what I carried inside. And so when I said that it was something that would allow me to see myself, I could really see myself. 3 months later, I went to Tanzania and I ran into this Maasai woman and I looked at her crossing the street and she came over and I was like, you look like me. And she looked exactly like me. I have a picture of her. She's like my twin. I'll post it. And I just cried. I was in the car crying and she came over and she grabbed my hand and she asked the driver, is she happy or is she sad? And he said, she's happy. And we took a picture and then she left. And that was nothing but the ancestors telling me that you are as beautiful as you are. And what's inside of you is what counts and what matters. So with that, I say happy spring, everyone, and happy rebirth to us all. And happy rebirth to us all. Good thing is I was accepted into Ayana's what is it, Spirit Warrior in Training Program, which is I've been wanting to get into a program with her that isn't very cost expensive. And I'm happy about that. So that is part of my journey. I had the opportunity of having a conversation with my godfather about the foundation that I want to start with the children in Cameroon. So I'm waiting for him to get back with me with the answer to some of the questions I have as to what is the specific need right now that I can address for the children. So I'm happy about that. And that is one of the things that when I interviewed with you, Queen, I said that I wanted to have some sort of accountability to be able to accomplish that which I have been holding close to my heart for like 3 years now. So the wheels are in motion for that. And I'm just happy to be here, happy to be supported by some sincere, beautiful, dynamic, inspirational, empowered women such as you, my sisters, and Sally Walker, and I give thanks.
Ashe, Ashe. We
Hey,
give thanks for you. We give
yes,
thanks.
definitely.
Listen, when you came onto the screen, your radiance was just like, So yes, I'm glad that you are feeling good and looking good and just doing good. I want to ask also, how is your girl trek slash self-care? I know you just really have dived deep into that. So how's that all? Obviously it's showing, but if you want to
Yeah.
share a little bit about that also.
Yeah, 21 days will be Monday, and I am still doing girl track. There were
Yes.
a couple days last week that I didn't walk because of the rain, and of course of today, which I want to get to the point where it doesn't matter if it rains. If I have the right gear on, I can still walk. So I'm excited about that. It's like it is a breath of fresh air for me to just get out and just to go to the park and just Clark Park and just to be surrounded by some urban trees.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, indeed.
Whatever they have to offer me, I'll take.
Yeah.
So we're still hanging in there. I take that back. Cancel that. We're still moving forward.
Ashe.
We are not hanging anymore.
I heard that. I heard that. I remember when I looked at Girl Trek years ago, they had this incentive experience where you could earn badges for walking.
Yes.
And when you had clocked so many miles or whatever,
Yes.
or however many hours, do they still have that process that you know of?
Yes, they do. They
Okay,
do.
well, if you don't have a badge, surely you're on your way.
And they even have, if you have a Spotify, you can access their talks, which last week they did Diana Ross. They did a lot of people. They did what's Tupac's mom.
Oh, a Fanny
They did
Shakur.
yeah, they did Queen and Zinga, and just so many. They've done Fannie Lou Hamer, Aretha Franklin, so many women for Women's History Month. And so they're always accessible, even on Spotify. And they have a playlist as well, which is fantastic.
Okay. Thank you, Sister Eckerly. We are celebrating with you. Keep on walking, sis.
Yes.
Keep trekking.
Yes.
Hey, Sister Adeshoye. Hello, beautiful sis as well.
Good evening, everyone. You all are radiant and beautiful and springy and
Springy.
looking amazing.
You too.
Yes.
Thank y'all. I just, like I said, I wanted to make sure I wasn't looking, sleepy. But yeah, I mean, for me, updates, I know I missed our previous gatherings, and I'm so sad at that. I am realizing that with the winter, I'm reminded that in the winter, I do have a hard time trying to, be. It's so, I've definitely noticed with the transition into spring that, it's really helped me to feel a better. So I'm thankful for that. The longer days, the longer amounts of light, being able to be out in the light, in the garden, all that's been really helpful and helped me to feel better. So that's what I've been up to. Besides work, I've been able to get back into the garden.
Yeah.
So all my greens are looking, I'm growing some kale and my
Nice.
lettuce is I had some lettuce, I had some romaine that was taking a while to sprout for some reason, but that's popped up today.
All right.
And I have some other like some arugula and stuff that they're doing good. And then all my herbs lasted the winter. So that's cool. I've started a lot of seeds in the garage, and the boys have been helping me with that, project. And that's cool because we've never had it at this little, we're like kind of stepping up every season. We go a little bit more. So before it was like I had a big like storage bin that I was using like as a grow box. And now I have a storage like shelving thing, and we have some grow lights on there. So we're trying to so it's like a little learning thing for the kids and for me, and growing and if I feel good doing that. And so that's why I know that it's something I'm supposed to do. What else? I'm doing better at asking for help and getting help, and expressing my needs. I think I had sent you all in the Facebook chat previously. I'm forgetting her name at the current moment. I could pull it up on my phone. But she was writing a book. Her book was coming out about boundaries. Nedra, I believe her name is.
I remember you posted that.
It came out, and I had a Audible. I had a credit left from Audible, and I was like, one of my things is about trying to be realistic. Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm always like adding things to my plate, which is a big reason why I'm so stressed. And it's a boundary thing, So I was like, you can't sit down and read a book right now. Why don't you just listen to it on Audible as an audiobook? And I had a day set aside to try to get my house and life organized. And so I listened to it in a single day. And like, I knew it was going to be great and everything, but it really is great. Like, from the very first paragraph, she get right into the jewel dropping. She's like, we're not going to do this extra long introduction. I mean, it actually is an introduction, but it's so, impactful in terms of boundaries. And she breaks down kind of like examples of what it looks like to set boundaries in the different areas of your life, or why certain things are happening in your life. And it all ties back to boundaries. And she breaks down every area of life that it may be in. So boundaries as a partner, as a mother, as in the workplace, just multiple areas. And she just breaks it down for you, what it looks like if you don't have a strong boundary in that, and then what to do. And then she has exercise. I haven't had a chance to go through all the exercises, but just listening to it and noticing like, oh, that's something I do or don't do, has been extremely helpful to me. And so again, if y'all haven't gotten it, I highly encourage. And I think with Audible, I could share, if you've never had an Audible book or whatever, audiobook through Audible, I can share it if it's your first time, and you can listen to it for free. So if that's a thing for y'all, if y'all want me to share it, I can do that. Just let me know in the chat.
That'd be great.
But it's just really good. I don't know if anybody else has that challenge, but I did.
May I ask a question, please?
Yes.
And so Sister Shannon was saying she's interested. So if we're interested to receive the book, you need our email address. Is that what it is?
I was able to text it. So your phone number, I can just text it to you.
Okay.
I think that's how I know to do it. It might be an email option, but I haven't done it that way.
So should we just put our numbers in the chat right now so you can record them?
Or I can send you my number right now.
Okay.
And hopefully it'll work. There you go. Yes, thank you, y'all, for posting the book. It's great, and she's been on like a press run. You can look her up on YouTube, and you can listen to her interviews. But it's really good, and she's been on and I found her through Instagram, but she just has really good content on Instagram highlighting boundaries. She personally, I think we're all in some level have challenges with boundaries, and she was having a lot of them. And she's also, I think, a social worker, I believe. Don't quote me, but I think that's the title. And so she was able to help clients through it, and then help herself through it. And now she has a book, and it's really, really good. It's really good. Highly recommend.
Thank you. So I'm interested because I have a certain notion of what boundaries means, but I'm interested for you to share in listening to the book, reading the book, the audio book at this point, what has been perhaps like a provocative sort of something that's kind of shaken up your sense of like, I need to really evaluate this for myself.
Yeah. I had actually thought about this. There were like two things that had really stood out to me. And now that you've asked me, I can't remember. I can remember one right now. One was that you can set a boundary and it can feel bad, but setting the boundary is not bad. Like, you can set a boundary, then you feel bad. So you feel like, oh, well, since I'm feeling bad about it, I must have been the wrong move for me to make to set that boundary. But it's normal and it's okay to be sad. Like if you ended a relationship, it's the person, it's okay. It's okay to miss the person. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry and all these other things. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't have ended that relationship. Or it doesn't mean that, you had to set a boundary with your little one and they're upset, or, you feel bad, you feel guilty. That doesn't mean you shouldn't have set the boundary. It just means that, you're human and you have feelings, and that relationship matters, and what have you. So that was a big one for me, because that's how my thought process was. My thought process has been that, oh, I feel so awful. And that sometimes she was saying that sometimes is why we don't set the boundary, because we don't want to feel bad. We don't want to make the other person feel bad or what have you. But it's a normal part of the process of setting boundaries. Another one was that for me, like the big, for me, and it may not be for everyone, but for me, that a big reason why you're stressed out and have tons of anxiety is because you're not setting boundaries. Like that's like a big, huge sign of boundary setting, or the lack thereof, or a weak boundary setting. So I'm like, she's basically, if you can work on that, that will probably help ease up a lot of your, troubles. Not to mention, other things as well in the world. But, for what we can control, a lot of it is boundary setting. And then a third thing was, all right, so I said the feelings, I said what did I just say, y'all? Oh, boundaries, the reason why boundary. There was a third thing, and it was really good. I need rest. I can't remember, but it was good. It's gonna pop up later and I'll tell you.
Yeah, thank you. No, those are phenomenal takeaways. I mean, just those bite-sized pearls right there.
Yeah. It's right there, and I can't pull it down. It's right there.
Yeah. So it's like boundaries are just it's like another expression of self-care, know, and making sure that one has what they need to thrive, right? And to do well.
Yes. So I really like in the book the example. She gives you like strong examples of what that looks like and what it can sound like. Like coaching you through like how to set the boundary, words you can say to set the boundary. Oh, okay. Now the third one, it is that you have to also uphold the boundary. So sometimes people may push back on your boundary. That doesn't necessarily mean, like for me, sometimes I can be extra and be like, oh, the pushback, you push back on my boundary, you don't respect me. It's like, that's really sometimes it's just because people are not used to it, and they, they're for all this time you've acted this one way and you've been accepting of this behavior, of this thing for so long, and then you change it up and they're like, what, hold up, so they may forget, or they may just be shocked by it. Other times they may keep pushing because they want you to change your mind, and that's an issue, And so she's like, what you can do with that. And then also again, upholding the boundary. So people may not think that you're serious about your boundary if you yourself are not even with the boundary. So it's like, if you're like, no calls after 9, but they call you after 9 and you keep answering the phone after 9, then they're like, well, that's not really a boundary. She didn't really mean it, kind of thing, stuff like that. So that was another eye-opening one for me.
That's fantastic.
Those are great.
They are. It's that adage of, you I don't know. I want to say it's Mama Maya, but I don't know if it was her. But you teach people how to treat you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Maya.
That's Mama Maya.
Oh, I think so. Or no, I know that. Like that. Yes, she has something like that. I thought it was her. I think it's her.
Or if somebody, oh my gosh,
shows you who they are,
believe them.
That's what I was thinking when she said the other one. So I wasn't sure. That's the one that I was thinking.
Yes. That's good. Thank you. Sister Shannon, did you want to say something? We can't hear you, sis. Unmute yourself, Shannon. Shannon, unmute yourself.
Pardon me. Sorry. Just a little funny but serious to go along with that about boundaries. When I had my first baby, 31 years ago, almost 32, Kojo, my husband, Baba Kojo,
respect.
He asked me after I came home from the hospital. He asked me, "Okay, Shannon, all right, when do you want to see company? When do you want people to visit? When do you want them to stop? You know, what you want?" And I said, "Well, Kojo, I really don't want to see anybody before noon," because this was the first baby, and you know, everybody wants to see the baby and all of that. And I said, "I really don't want to see anybody after 5. Well, your brother, Kojo, he makes a sign, and he said, visiting hours, 12 noon to 5. And yes, this means you too. This is for you. Because, you know, some people are like, well, she doesn't mean me. I can come in anytime. He put at the end, and that would be my husband. He would do, you have to know him, but Leia, you know. And yes, I mean you. He had that.
I love that.
I love that.
Yes, it was a sign on the door: no visiting before noon, no visiting after 5. And yes, this means you too.
I love that.
That is good.
And anybody that knew Kojo knew that he really did mean what he said. So everybody stayed within the boundaries.
This is good. This is good. Well, thank you, Sister Adeshoye. Were you complete? Did you have more?
My final thing is I was doing bee school, learning how to save the bees and do some beekeeping out here.
That's awesome.
It was cool because I wasn't going to be able to do it, but because of COVID, they moved it online to virtual. So early Saturday mornings, I was able to, watch, on Zoom for the sessions. I think we had 4 or 5 sessions. It's all running together, but we wrapped up yesterday, and with the online piece, and then we're going to do, in person. We're getting out our bee suit and everything, and then go shadow a beekeeper, socially distanced and all of that, and then take the tests. We have a couple of tests to take. So like, what is the process, and then like a written. The written is optional, but it's good to, I think for me, just the knowledge. And then, and we have a mentor. They signed us mentors, so
that's incredible.
It is.
And the guys, they were able to learn, able to learn also. I'm not sure when that part is going to be, a part of my urban farm situation, but I wanted to get the knowledge while I was able to access it. It was free. No, it wasn't totally free. It wasn't free, but it was extraordinarily inexpensive. And it was thoroughly done by our cooperative extension here. And I went through them for Urban Farm School, which I was able to do for free. And so I'll have the information and knowledge for when I'm ready to, add that on. I'm not able to do that right now because that's another boundary, knowing knowledge of self and boundaries. I don't have the time on my plate to get it going this season, but, I can get the preliminary things done, and then maybe for next season we can get started.
Nice.
All right. Wow.
That's huge.
That is. Well, when you have honey, I want some. I want to buy some of your honey.
Definitely.
Yes,
It's so interesting because I was today like looking online because our honey is almost gone. And because it's allergy season, the pollen is falling and everything. Yes. I was like, I should get some local honey, and anyways, I was just looking around to see who sold honey locally. There's one company that's in the market. You can get it at the grocery store, but a lot of them were like farmers market vendors.
Yes.
And the farmers markets haven't begun yet, but I would love to have some of that Queen Jean's honey, child.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit before, but yeah, definitely. And one thing I've learned through B school too, like I was willing already to pay, the money for local honey, but going through B school and like them going through the beginning to end and to what it all takes to get set up and what it all takes, the labor involved in it, I definitely appreciate even more the work of beekeepers. It's really
Yes.
intensive and expensive. And you can definitely taste the difference, so
True.
and feel the difference. So I'm definitely, it was definitely a good course. Like I said, they did really good with the urban farm school as well. Super thorough. And they did the same thing this time. And I'm just really, I have that much more of an appreciation for our beekeepers.
Yes, most definitely. Wow, you're up to some exciting things. I'm so happy for you with all of the growth of your farming, your urban farm.
Still working on it. Oh yeah, I'm putting out rows now. Like before we were working out of our raised beds and on my deck, which we still are, but we started our rows now. And so and the boys have been out there helping me try to get our rows together.
Beautiful.
So we're expanding.
Yes, I hear that. I hear that. Well, listen, you're inspiring me. I was moving some things around the house, saying to Psalm, because I recycle things, to do my starter plants and everything, containers and that kind of stuff. And I said, it's time. I was like, don't throw that away. He was like, is this trash? I'm like, no, it's not.
Hold on to that, please.
I know. And telling my mom, in fact, this weekend also, because she was like, I was looking at the backyard and we need to, cultivate it. But I think we'll probably be doing containers this year, realistically. I think it's just going to be the easiest path. But I'm praying that we will have a nice harvest of greens. That's what I want. I didn't get many greens last year. The little local critters got to it before I got to it.
They're good for that. Yeah. We had the same thing, but with our cucumbers. Oh, that was disappointing. We had so many blooms and it would start to grow, and then the local pests got to them, and we had a harvest, but it was not nearly what I expected for the amount of plants we put out there. But folks at the extension were saying that was a thing in North Carolina with the cucumbers.
Oh,
the pests, locally. So it may have been a thing where you are with the greens. Maybe the pests were extra that year.
Listen, it was 2020, so they were like, we gonna eat too.
Yes.
That's good. Well, thank you, sis, for your check-in. Good news all the way.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I will share my check-in. I have been, I guess anything that would be particularly new since our last new moon for me has been me taking more time to slow down for self-care, right? And it has been so delightful. I was rubbing my legs like, oh my God, I'm so soft. I'm feeling so smooth over here, just long baths and giving myself facials, taking care of my hair. My hair when I took my twist out to wash my hair and condition and do all that, it has grown so much. I was like amazed, like I hadn't even realized. So just taking the time to care for me has been very rewarding. And it also, and rewarding is not even really a big enough word, like essential and rewarding and good and sweet. And I was not yesterday, but last week, recognizing like this I want to call it an ache, but not a pain, like in my, like here, right? Like right here. Okay. And then I became more aware of it this weekend, but I've been doing like heart chakra, focusing on my heart chakra. So I feel like my heart is opening up, right? I feel like I actually, there's like this energetic opening that's happening. And it feels good. I feel very, I don't know if vulnerable is the right word, but I feel very, well, there's a softening. That's the word.
Delicate, like a vulnerability in a delicate kind of way. Like like, I don't know how to describe it, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Because, I've just been, you know, historically, you know, the pedal to the gas. You know, I told you all how Spirit said you can take your foot up off the pedal. And so taking this time to slow down and care, and it's like this other aspect of my being, right? I'm becoming more energetically aware of that. So that's good. It truly like a blessing. What else? The school year is challenging. The school year is very challenging. I continue counting my blessings, you know, because that's my income, you know, and I continue working on efforts and strategies to continue to cultivate my entrepreneurial, creative, visionary work, you know, with the desire for that to be my sustainable source of income, you know, sustainable and increasing source of income. And so I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm preparing to, I don't know, that's not what I want to say. I'm just open. I'm open. I'm open. I'm open. I'm open. I'm open. But I go to school and I do the best that I can. And I understand that, you know, there are a lot of extenuating circumstances for everyone. You know, the students, the families, society, and all. But it's not really my happy place.
Right.
It's not really my happy place. It's not my happy place. It is my place, and I count my blessings for what it is, but it's not my happy place. But my family is doing well. You know, I've been enjoying more time with my mother and with my children. And so now that the weather is warmer, you know, looking forward to really the way that I'm seeing it in my head and the way that I'm receiving it is I'm just going to press through with some commitments that I've made until the end of the school year. Because of course the school year is necessary because that's work, right? And then my professional responsibilities, and then some of the business-minded strategies that I'm putting in. Also, part of what I'm doing is creating strategies that are around automation, you know, so that I don't have to push every button and cross every T and dot every line and send every email. But it takes time to set those things up, right? It takes time to set them up. But I'm like, if I just am consistent and persistent, these automations and these systems will allow me to focus on other aspects of my life and other aspects of expanding what, you know, because the foundation will be there. So my goal is to really, you know, do that through the school year.
Yes.
And I'm praying that by the time I have my session with Sister Ya and I listen to the Boundaries audio and keep my self-care going, my More Love makeover, the summer should be more open.
Yes.
You know, and really what I'd like to do is, and Spirit had already coached me on this, and I was like, y'all want me to do what? I understand this is what I need to do, but it's been, you know, it's a little, I have been so in the habit of living in a certain way that making the transition is a process, right? But I understand that and Sister Ya, we talked about this when I did my first walking calendar, is practicing the lifestyle that I desire.
That's right.
And so it's like giving myself more permission to practice the lifestyle that I truly desire. And so, like I said, seeing things through to the end of May, I'm looking forward to really practicing that in the summer. Yeah. And I know that it's not just practice, it's practice, but it's also like being more available to Spirit, being more available to what I desire, being more available to just being magnetic, right? Because what you give is what you get. So I'm ready to give and show up, you know, in some more free ways. I'm turning 50 this year. All praises to the Most High.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm about to be 50 years old.
And you look
Wouldn't
fabulous.
know it at all.
Yes, you
Not
look
at all.
fabulous. Your spirit is strong. And strong, not in a strong black woman type strong. Your spirit is like
resilient,
vibrant, nurturing, you know. And as you expand, so many people expand with you. So in addition to your family legacy, you are strong in the community legacy
Yes.
that you're continuing to build, and we continue to witness, and we're going to be so excited to celebrate your 50th birthday with you.
Yay! Thank
Yeah.
you.
Well said. Yeah.
That's that. I say, you know, it voiced the same sentiments. When you said strong, I thought of solid and stable.
Yeah.
Something that's
Of
solid,
roots.
fortified.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rooted.
You know, like you said,
Yes. Very
the
rooted.
sense of the SBW, strong Black woman, but syndrome. I mean, not that anything's wrong there, but I get what you're saying, Sister Ya, is that stable. You, like I said, you can lean on it.
Yes.
You know, like they used to say in the church, you can lean on it. You know, I mean, just solid, stable, fortified.
Yes.
Ashe. Well,
Yes.
listen, I mean, thank you all for that. And I give honor, of course, to my spirit team, because, you know, those roots running deep are ancestral. You know, I know that that is foundation. And then when you shared that word solid, right, I saw Obatala's mountain, right? And I'm like, yeah, that is like the essence of my energetic. It's like, I'm like the mountain, like solid, you know? With the stream, with the coursing waters.
Yes.
So I'm excited about 50, and part of what's coming up for me is kind of like, how can I say this? I don't have anything definitive to say, but definitive in terms of like, okay, 50 is gonna be like this. But what I am feeling, and as I practice this new way of being, and allowing myself to express, it's like, you know, I feel a shift. Let me just put it like that. I feel there's a shift upon me, you know, there's a shift that's coming forward, and I'm just, you know, I'm here for it. I'm I'm ready for the next, you know, the next half of the decade, you know, or the however you put it, you know. Yeah, it's exciting.
Very exciting, and I'm loving this. Everyone I know who's like at 50, approaching 50, just went past 50 and beyond. I mean, y'all are like really rocking it out. Like, I'm just really inspired and encouraged, and like, I'm really happy for y'all. So,
thank you.
I have an idea, spontaneous idea that's inspired by Adeshoye's eyes. I don't want to tell her how beautiful her eyes are again, but the combination of Queen Leah's testimony and Adeshoye's eyes, I'm inspired to say that maybe, I don't know if we could fit this in anywhere, but maybe we could do like a fun night, like, you know, or something of like, you know, maybe Adeshoye could teach us how to do our eyes or something, and maybe Queen Leah could show us some things with the essence tree and stuff, or like, I don't know, but that's the energy that I was getting. Like, we need to have a self-care party for Sallie Walker, and we got to align it with specifically Shakita's schedule. I mean, I think we should do it around whatever Kita's availability is, because we know she rocking out hard for her people up in Georgia on the work that she's doing, and everybody else is strong too, but she can't, we don't see her the most.
Right.
Her and Annie is working hard, you know, making sure women feel good, you know, and beautiful. So, and maybe if Annie could send me some like chrome rose quartz nail polish. It's like, I'm teasing, I'm being but I'm just saying, we might need to figure out how to have a self-care online party for ourselves.
I love that.
I love that too. I think that's a great idea. I don't think I'm the best person to teach the eye thing, but I think I love the idea of self-care.
It's about fun. It's about fun. So it's not necessarily you could teach us something, but we might could look at YouTube videos or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I was just saying, if we had something to teach, or maybe we could just do it together. I don't know. I just think support.
I love it. I love it.
I do too.
I
Okay.
share.
It's a great idea.
I'm reaching
Very
for
good.
my
I'm in.
journal. That's a great idea. So, Sister yeah. Where's my notebook? But no. Just make sure that we remember this, because
Yes,
if we
ma'am.
start coordinating now, we can set up a date, hopefully in April, March, April. Yeah, because we're
No,
in April already.
April is this week. So you think we could do a date in April?
I'm thinking if we could do a date in April or May.
Maybe
whatever makes
May.
sense.
Right. Yeah.
I think May would be great.
I think
My
May. I was
birthday
thinking
month.
May.
Yes, ma'am.
I was thinking May to give us a month to plan, and like, so I'm gonna just ask
Also,
let Keita and Annie lead what their availability is,
Okay.
and maybe is her name Terrakin?
Yes.
We haven't seen her yet. So, and I know she always has class right now, but that's probably for a few weeks or something, I guess. I don't know, but should we ask
Right.
Sarah, like the people that we see the least? I think we should see if we could coordinate their schedules first. And
Okay.
then for us, we got to make it too. But
Sister Ya, do you know how to make a doodle?
I can figure it out, I think.
Yeah, go to Doodle, because I was in another group, and that's what they use for helping coordinate dates with multiple people. And so yeah, so I think that would be a good way, and that will help to minimize a lot of back and forth, because everybody can just complete the doodle survey. And so basically the doodle has, all of the date options, date and times, and you just select the ones where you're available. And then we'll see, what the majority of us are looking like.
Right. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Yep.
Yes.
That sounds like fun. Well, thank you, sisters, who also, I know I've been sharing a lot about this Essence Tree Women's History Month celebration that's happening, that started this Friday and is going through the end of the month. And so I was able to pop in for a couple of those or listen to the replays. But I love Essence Tree so much. It's just like everything that they stand for. From the vision of Charmaine, the CEO, to the quality of the products and empowering women, and they're just it's just good all around. It's just a perfect complement to beautiful and sacred things. And so if you haven't had that opportunity, and if you do have some time, take some time to look at those events, and then just to get on the mailing list. That way you'll know also what's happening with Essence Tree. Sister Shannon, I know you had mentioned trying to find the things on Instagram. Did that ever work out for you?
No, I think I missed it with the times. I believe I was an hour late, but again, because of my technical skills, I'm like, okay, I have Instagram and I'm on the page, but I don't see a live. So Sister Marion had replied back to me when I said, hey, what's up, y'all? I don't know what's going on. What did I do? What did I press? She said it was pretty much over by the time I got in. So I guess if there's a replay, I'll look at it.
Okay. All right. Well, if you have any questions, feel free to just reach out to me.
Okay.
All right. So I believe we have well checked in. This was good. That felt really good. Yes, indeed. Yes. So as we are at this moment of the full moon in Libra, the full moon is a time for us to celebrate the completion of a lunar cycle, right? From new moon to full moon. And so before we go further into looking at where we are at this moment of completion, at this moment, or this apex now with the full moon in Libra, I'd like us to look back and reflect upon our new moon intentions. So if you have a journal, maybe, or if you have your petition or you may just remember already, but I know we shared out some, but I'm just wondering how things have manifested for you. I know some of this was in the check-in, But I'm just saying this specific, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm double talking. What I'm trying to say is, what were your intentions at the new moon? And do you feel you are making progress or have accomplished or in the journey of accomplishing what you declared at the new moon? Is that clear? Did I say that well?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will, and I'm not saying to share your new moon intentions. You know, it's up to you, of course, but I'll go ahead and share just to illustrate where I'm coming from. So the last time we were together was March 14th for the new moon in Pisces. And we know Pisces was all of that energy of rest, right? Imagination, surrender, allowing, right? So my new moon in Pisces intentions, which usually I write mine in the form of a prayer, I said, Mojuba Olodumare Egun Ori and Orisha. This new moon in Pisces, I freely am surrendering my beliefs that I must control and work hard to figure out my success in business, in money, in love, in marriage, in beauty, in pleasure. Like, you don't have to work hard for it all, Leah.
Right.
Surrender the idea that I must work hard. Basically, I'm surrendering the idea that I must work hard for the things that I desire.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am allowing myself to experience the joy, beauty, ease, and grace of being a well-kept woman who is protected, provided for, cherished, and celebrated and supported in every facet of my life. Okay. And so, though I can say, well, everything that I said, you know, with my check-in, I feel the shift. I feel the shift, you know, the shift is happening for me. And it's sort of like, I saw like an image, I saw like a flash. You know how when you have, when you have like a rose, right? And you know how a rose has so many petals to it, and you can like pull back the petals, right? But the petals are so delicate, like you can't just rip them off because you'll just damage the rose, right?
Right.
But you can just like gently pull them back, and you even have to kind of ease some of them back, right? I feel that that's what the process is feeling like for me energetically. You know, because I have experienced changes that are like like dramatic or dramatic, right? But not so much like this. It's more like a gentle kind of pulling away, a gentle kind of separation. And so that is congruent with what I said, because my petition did say I was surrendering with ease and grace. So
yeah.
I give thanks. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, full moon celebration.
Yeah.
Shay. So I was saying that to illustrate, also to share, of course, and also to illustrate, like reflecting back on your new moon intentions and how that's feeling for you now.
The only intentions that I made for the full moon was to survive. So
at the time of the new moon?
Yeah, around the, because I didn't make it to the meeting. I was just like, I just have to feel more rested. So I pretty much just, only thing I did from now till like literally this week, when my son had to check me, was like, get out of the bed, for God's sakes. I literally went to work. I mean, and I work from home, so that means I got out of bed, you know, took care of myself, came to this desk, used the computer, went back to bed, eat at lunch. I eat a big lunch, went back to bed. But I was like, I looked at a lot of TV or Hulu and stuff, which I haven't done in a long time. I just rested. But some things still were birthed. But that was that's the only intentions I had, was resting. And like I think Ade Shoye said something about it earlier about the winter, like the tail end of the winter, and real like it's so interesting that when we're reflecting back on winter, we can intellectualize and we know what our process is in the winter, but when we're experiencing it, it's a little bit harder to remember that, you know, you can't do the same things that you do in the spring and the summer. You don't have the same energy that you have in the spring and the summer and the winter time. So you have to just care for yourself and rest.
Yes.
So
yes.
I literally was just like, please let me just survive the rest of the winter. Even though this is like, even though we're having warmer days, it still is like dark. I think it rained all last week. Did it rain all last week at Calais? Didn't it rain all last week?
It rained pretty much.
Yeah.
But not all last week. One day.
It was only one day?
I think one.
So you see what I'm saying? It felt like the whole week to me. It felt like the whole week to me. I'm like, it rained every day, all day. That's how I felt. That's how I felt. So thank you for telling me the truth, what the reality of the situation was. But that's the only intentions I had was make it through. Like,
yes, I'm glad that you gave yourself the gift of that rest, sis, for real.
Yeah.
Sweet rest.
I would like to share.
Yes.
I know one of the intentions, it may have been an intention in the book, but I wanted to express that too as my intention. And it's that I want to consciously and consistently remember that source is doing it all.
Ashe. I love that.
For me, it meant letting go, because I'm always in the detail and always doing the thinking and planning, and to freely to be able to just let it go and not be so tight with things, and being able to go with the flow. And just now I received a call from someone I was expecting about a big event that I will be transitioning to. And the call was so unexpected. Like, I didn't think it was going to happen, because I have been trying to get in touch with this person for quite some time, but then I forgot about it. And once I forgot about it, and once I let it flow, there it went, there it goes. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, I'm not sure whether it rained more than one day, but I felt real heavy last week. And all I wanted to do was sleep. And maybe that was a connection to me releasing and just being able to flow like water through life and through life's challenges, and knowing that, going back and knowing that the source is doing it all. And all I have to do is just be. And to have that belief too, to have that vision. And once I plant that vision, like I was telling a brother, I was like, I have a picture of it, I sleep, and I'm always connected to this particular thing. And I know it's going to happen and it's going to be. And he said, just pray about it and it'll be. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
Ashe. Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe.
Anyone else want to check in around the new moon, your new moon intentions, and where you are at the completion of this cycle, of one lunar cycle?
I'll share one of my intentions.
Yes.
At the last circle we had, one of my intentions was I want to easily find myself releasing all self-defeating thoughts. And that really happened with me, because I was having some challenges and I'm going back to the test. Kind of sometimes you don't want to do it, but you find yourself doing it, comparing. And I'm looking at all these people taking a test and they checking in, going, we had this circle or this group that when you're studying and when you finally take the test, you can text the group and say, kick me out of the group. Finally, I passed. I'm like, so I'm looking at all this, just going back and forth, just zooming back and forth. Okay, there's another one I bit the dust, another one I'm passed. So knowing some of the things that I was, time constraints, all of that, trying to work, trying to study, all of that for the test and all of the information that it was, I'm like, am I supposed to do this? You start questioning. So at the new moon, I said that. And then just to bring it fast forward, took the test, passed it on the first go round. And I was proudly saying, all right, it's official. You can kick me out that group. I passed the test. So, that was a big booster for me, because I know sometimes I may do that, with some things, not everything, but sometimes I'll go, wow, am I really supposed to do this? Am I going to have to be one of these people that keep taking this test like over and over again and on and on and on, and just releasing those thoughts? Look, you're going to do it. You're going to study. You're going to take you're going to prep yourself like you need to prep. You're going to take your focus quizzes just about every day, so you can get prepared and get familiar, and the stuff or the sections or topics that you're not you didn't score as high in. You're gonna go back over them and you're gonna look at it, and on and on. So yes, that was a great thing.
Nice. Ashe, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. Thank you all.
Mine was simply to work on being kinder to myself. Just been having a hard time. And so that was my intention. I think I've done a good job with it. That's all.
Ashe.
Queen, you're on mute.
I was saying my intentions are always so like long. So, or at least written in such a long way. Once I start writing, I just keep going and going and going. But I love the simplicity and the specificity of I will be kinder to myself.
Yes.
I like that.
That is just my goal as of late too, Queen, because my plate is so full. My schedule is so full. Every area of my life is so full, and I'm just wanting to just simplify. And wanting that's kind of how I want to live moving forward.
I understand.
Simply. And then I can just easily get overwhelmed. And then I don't want to for myself, I know that I don't want to take on more and then not be able to do it, and then I'll beat up on myself even more, so
yes,
I'm just trying to keep it focused on like one thing at a time.
Yes.
Good.
Good. In this part of my life.
Thank you. Good. We mirror and we witness for one another, and that's that's the blessing of this circle.
Fanny.
Yes.
So I want to guide us and introduce. If we've done some iteration of this project, it's not the 9 quadrants. This is different, but it seems like we may have done this a long time ago. But to me, it seems like spring is a good opportunity to do this. So what you'll need is a blank sheet of paper, or it could have lines on it, but you need a sheet of paper, not in a notebook. Let me put it like that. But if it's blank, that would be great. And so the way this is folded is it's first folded like, you know, like you're folding a letter in thirds and then in half. Okay. Sister Eckley, you want me to start? Yes. And then just fold it in half. Yes. Right. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, you know, what I love is that our process is organic, right? So we'll see how this unfolds for us. So I want us to think about, and not just think, but be in the feeling and in the appreciation of where we are with this full moon in Libra. So Libra, of course, I mean, the ultimate thing with Libra is it's the scales, right? It's the scales of balance, right? And I was in session today with Yeye for her Spinning the Moon series that she was doing. And she said something which was so beautiful. She said, you know, the thing for us to appreciate about Libra energy is that Libra, you don't start with the scales balanced. You know, with Libra, it's this, right?
Yeah.
And you're in the movement, the momentum, the up and down, and you find your balance, right? Or then you achieve the balance that you desire or that you're seeking. But I was like, yeah, that's good. You know, so it's like the energy is dynamic. It's a dynamic energy. And so it says here with Libra, Libra is marriage, negotiation and skills, harmony, teamwork, sociability / diplomacy, refinement. I love that word, refinement, healing, and codependency. Okay. All of those things are right, dynamic, right? To find balance, finding the balance in marriage, finding the balance, achieving the balance through negotiation. We've come to an agreement, harmony, teamwork, so that there's productivity and growth and expansion, sociability, diplomacy, refinement, healing, and codependency. Okay. So on this paper, what I want us to think about this is like, these are the two sides of the scale, right? This would be, well, this is the way that I'm seeing it in my head. Okay, let me just do it. I'm kind of outthinking myself, but let me just go with what I'm suggesting. Okay, part of what I'm seeing is because we are in this new season of spring, because we've moved into this opportunity of the energy of nature is increasing, the energy of nature is growing. With goal setting, intention setting, vision for our lives, here's an opportunity for us to think about, where is this spring? What is unfolding for me this spring? Okay. And so I want to invite you to think of 3 things, okay, because 3 is more than enough, right? 3 things. And it doesn't have to be 3 new things or 3 different things. It could be 3 things that are already in progress in your life. More than likely, that's what it is. But what are 3 desires that you have for yourself this spring? Okay, in this season of spring, what are 3, I'm about to say tangible, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a tangible, concrete thing like I did this. It could be like Sister Adeshoye said, to be kinder to myself, right? That is immaterial, but it's still significant. Is ultimately significant. So what are 3 heart's desires, 3 things that you are birthing in your life this spring? Okay. Or that are increasing, okay? So let's do that on the left side. And so spring is what? March, April, May. Summer will be here in June. So we're talking about March to now to mid-June.
Okay.
When you're ready, sisters, you can say Ashe.
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 All right.
Ashe.
All right. Very good. Okay, so I want you to read back over your 3 priorities, your personal priorities. And as you are reading over these words, I mean, these words, of course, because it's written, are you able to, what's the word? Can you distill down each of these 3 things into a feeling, into an energy? It may already be written into, it may already be included in what you've written, but if you could encapsulate it into a word, how are you feeling about this thing that you've written? How does it make you feel?
Free.
Free.
Makes me feel free.
Okay. So is it free for all 3? Do you have 3 different words, or is do the 3 become one word?
Yeah, I think so freedom and purpose come up for me, because I know what's blocking me from moving forward is that I'm refusing to let go. And I need to let go. I need to have a team. I need to have people. I can't do all the things, and I'm trying to do all the things, and of course it's not possible. So yeah, I think if I can actually move forward on these things, it'll free up my time and my energy for me to really pursue what I need to pursue, to do the things that only I can do, to be able to walk stronger in my purpose, because I'm filling the time up with other things.
Yes.
So that's how I feel.
Okay, so freedom and purpose. So on your on the back of your paper, Sister Adeshoye, on the same side that you've written. Okay, so you're gonna flip your paper on the back, and just somewhere like at the top, record those words, freedom and purpose. But make sure it's on the same side that you've written on.
Oh, I messed up. I put mine in the block on the other side. Darn it.
Moving ahead.
I thought I heard it in my head that you said.
That's okay, sis. It's okay. We were gonna do something different on the other side.
Okay.
But seeing as you've written your words, Miss Yatanisha, talking in the back of the classroom, didn't even hear the instructions.
It's true.
That's a good
I'm messing
one.
with you, sis. What were your words? What are your words? What are your feeling words?
Peace, joy, and peace, joy, and creativity, I guess, because I got peace twice. And joy and creativity.
Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Peace, joy, and creativity. All right. Sister Shannon, what are your 3 words?
My 3 words are confidence, breathable, similar Sister Gina, and joyful.
Confidence, breathable, and joyful.
Yes. Okay. I can breathe. Relief, sort of.
Yes. Sister Ekole.
My 3 words were joy, purpose, and secure.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. So let's see. My words. My words would be or are beauty. If I distract this into a word. Okay, so or distill it. My words are beauty, femininity, and order. Beauty, femininity, and order.
All right.
Beauty, femininity, and order. So let me jot these down. And even with the femininity, I feel like I may need to, because I operate in my femininity, but I think my key word really would be softness. Yeah, beauty, softness, and order.
Okay.
Okay. So we have those 3 words. We're going to come back to those 3 words. All right. Now, on the opposite side, and you all were already getting there, right? This is like intuitively making sense. On the opposite side, I want you to identify what are the things that you need to release and let go of. What do you need to release or let go? So this is the desire. What must you release or let go or surrender to allow this to unfold abundantly in your life?
Okay.
Okay.
For each one, I'm sorry, Queen Leah.
Yes, sis, for each one. So we're looking at what we're attracting, magnetizing, allowing this spring. What are you releasing, letting go, and surrendering this spring as well?
This is an excellent exercise.
Ashe. Give thanks.
It is.
to the Most High. All right. Ashe. All right, so are we ready to continue?
Yes.
Okay, very good. All right, so what we have identified is what we are rebirthing this spring, right? What is increasing for us, and then what we are letting go. On this side, of course, we know typically a day or so after the full moon, we do our release work, right? Our burning and our release work. So there you have neatly, neatly portioned for you. All you have to do is tear it or cut it out, those things that you're releasing. Okay. All right. So just, you can separate that page and release it. On the back side of your paper, and so let's go on and separate it right now.
We're just separating the two sides, right?
Right, separating the two sides. Okay. So this is my question, sisters. What do you think about this? Do you think that you need to have a record of what you're letting go of, or do you think it just needs to go on and be burned?
I think.
Go ahead, Cecilia.
I think it needs to go ahead and be burned. I don't think you need to record it. I think when you burn it, that and like even us writing it out is saying it out loud. That's what we're releasing. The act of burning is like we already released it. We're already in the process of releasing it. So I feel like when we shouldn't hold on to work that we're releasing on. Because it'll remind us of that pain or whatever comes up for us in relationship to what we need to release. It'll keep us there.
Yes.
I agree. I think that if I keep mine, that I'm not really releasing it. I'm still holding on to it.
Ashe. Okay. All right. So we have our release paper here. So on whatever day that you do your release work, we're sending it up. Okay. Sending it to the realm of spirit and saying, please take this energy, transmute it, and return it to us as pure light, vibrancy, and energy to fuel our desires, right?
Yes.
Now over here on the side that we are keeping, the things that we are allowing this spring, okay? I invited us to look at 3 words, okay? What I want to invite us to do next is to get our Adinkra cards, Okay. And so the way I'm seeing it is like for this section, this is my beauty, this is my power. I mean, this is my beauty, my softness, and my order. Beauty, softness, and order. And then pull an Adinkra card to see what the ancestors will offer as wisdom that speaks to the affirmation, the intention, and the energy. So if you have your cards, you can go ahead and proceed.
So, Queen, what are we asking, Spirit?
Mm-hmm. 1 second, sis. I'm writing something. The question that I'm hearing, Sister Eckerly. So you see, I have my 3 words here, and I have my the intention and the word, the energy is, you know, divine spirit ancestors. What is the wisdom that you have for me that will support me in bringing this forward this summer? I mean, this spring.
Okay. This spring. Okay.
Right. Ancestors, what is the wisdom that you have for me, or the guidance that you have for me to bring this forward, my desires forward this spring?
I put it in the chat so we need to refer to it.
Thank you, Sister Ya.
Okay, ancestors, what is the wisdom?
Some people, I think, give the idea.
So, sisters, once you've pulled up your cards, if you have any, you know, however it's speaking to you, like right now, I'm just making some notes based upon the card and how it's making sense to me, right? If you want to take any additional notes.
Well, I praised him for leadership and his decisive leadership in shutting down air travel to China, which I did feel was a decisive decision, which, having been in the room, there was a lot of pushback. That's not to say I
Mm. Ashe. This is so rewarding. I'm loving this.
Ashe.
Ashe, ashe. Okay, so at this point we have ancestral guidance, ancestral wisdom to inspire us forward, to help us cultivate, cultivate. I'm thinking about the garden, Sister Adeshoye, to be in harmony and in flow with this season. This is really, I mean, I want to share one of mine. Actually, I want to share them all. Because it's just like, wow, like, yeah, like, okay, thank you. So, one of my, as you all know, my journey of transforming my home into my sanctuary continues, right? And so one of the things that I'm rebirthing this spring is creating a beautiful living room and office. like to really get it functional, like I truly want it,
Mhm.
desire it, and see it. And so my word for that was beauty.
Mm.
And the word that came up, which was like, thank you, ancestors. The symbol that came up is support and encouragement. When you climb a good tree, you were given a push. The symbol suggests when you work for a good cause, you will get support. Long story short, I'm hearing like, get some help, Leah. You're trying to do this by yourself. But, my mother has said more than a few times that she will help me. And my brother, I'm sure, would be willing if I would just ask. It's like, get the help, right? So I'm going to do that this spring. My other word was being kinder to myself. Thank you, Sister Adeshoye. Being kinder to myself, and that looks like being softer, more playful, more energetic. Okay. And my word that came up is the greatness card. And it says, and it says, a symbol of greatness as it inspired, a symbol of greatness, charisma, and leadership as it inspired other symbols, right? And part of what I'm feeling that speaks to some things that I've been thinking is I just need to continue to be more transparent about my journey, right? Because I believe that my desires to manifest or to allow more softness in my life speaks to many women, right? And surely many Black women. And so what I'm hearing is it's like share the journey, share my journey. And then my other card or my other springtime intention is I'm creating, this is what I was saying about by this school year, I'm creating systems and disciplines to flourish in my desired lifestyle as a priestess, a mother, and an entrepreneur. So systems and disciplines. And the ancestors said freedom and emancipation. The meaning is independence comes with its responsibilities. This means freedom. And so this is so congruent. It's like the things that I am intending to put in place will create the freedom and emancipation that I desire. It's such a beautiful confirmation. So yeah, I had to say that out loud because I'm like, y'all better talk. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that.
Ashe, Iba Baba,
Yeah,
Iba Yeye.
thank you.
We witnessed and supported for sure.
Ashe.
Yeah, we
Thank
witnessed.
you.
I would like to does anybody else want to go first?
Go ahead, sis.
So my first one is finishing unpacking and completely living in my apartment.
Ashe.
So the first card that I picked was change. And it says time changes. The symbol represents a dynamic changing nature of life. This speaks to me because like even what I was feeling in this last new moon for the Pisces with the rest, I don't think I've ever just been like, let me just rest. But part of that, we're all women. I'm 47. My body is going through a lot of changes right now. And it's really difficult. Some of them are very difficult, and it's been heavy for me. And I've been having to spend a lot of time with the doctor, going to the doctors, and my son, he lives with me, so he witnesses everything. And so he's been encouraging me to go to the doctor. And I finally talked to another woman about like some new changes. Some changes I've been okay with, like talking about it and having support and knowing that other women are going through it too has been supportive to me. Other changes I feel like a little bit like I'm too young to be having some changes, and it's a little bit scary. So talking about it makes it real. Making a doctor appointment makes it real. I'm fine. I think I'll go to doctor Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. So the doctor is gonna help me process some of the changes that I'm going through. And so anyway, I have to like this makes sense that like about changing is dynamic in reference to nature of life, because I've been really criticizing myself about I'm like, so I feel like not only were we just in the winter season, but I'm starting to begin to head to the winter season of my life. Kind of, because I'm young, you know what I mean? But my body is doing some wintry type things, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh my God, you know, so that's a lot. It's a lot, you know what I mean? And that's enough about that. That's so the second one is my second desire is start my mini say their name doll, like actually start it. I gotta like start it this spring. And I got the Akona 9 nurturing together with discipline. The leg of a hen, the hen treads on the chicks, but does not kill them. That represents the ideal nature of parents of carers, or being protective and corrective. And at first, when I pulled it, I didn't really get it, because I was like, maybe this goes with my next one. You know what I mean? Because I was thinking about like traditionally parent-child thing, but I'm seeing my creativity as the child that I need to nurture.
Yes.
And be protective of. And I need discipline to nurture that child and see this project as one of my children. You know what I mean? Nurture it the way I would nurture my physical child, and you know, have the discipline as a parent, you know, to do it. You know what I mean? So that's what I got out of that. Does anybody else hear anything else in reference to what I'm saying in reference to this?
I think that's spot on.
Okay.
Yeah, you too. That's spot on.
Okay. So the third one is confident. My third desire is confident that I have done everything in my power to make sure that my son and I are spiritually safe. And I got holy freedom and emancipation. And it says the meaning of independence comes with the responsibility. The symbol often means freedom.
Yes.
So
oh my God.
It fits on so many levels. So today, the work that I did a lot of work for women today, all day long, you know what I mean? Which I was happy to do. It was beautiful, you know what I mean? And I would like it. But of course, because I was doing that work, this is the space where I'm working for me, you know what I mean? And, you know, get some of that other energy back, or fill my cup back up. That's like that kind of thing. Fill my cup back up. And a couple of times I had advised sisters to other sisters that I feel that I know, not even feel, I know that are more spiritual mature than I am. But the way I was saying it, I was kind of taking a dig at myself unconsciously. So, you know, I didn't realize I was doing it. So I kept saying, well, I'm spiritual basic, and the other sister is more expansive. And I can't say that about myself. It's nothing basic about me. You know what I mean? And so one of the things that I'm releasing is the thought that I am spiritually basic, and the self-doubt. You know, so I'm releasing that stuff. And so the freedom and emancipation that came up, I was like, okay, I have to take responsibility. And something happened when I typed the the quote, I mean, the question, Akale asked, what was the question again? And I'm so glad she did, because I had a different vibration about the question when you said it. So I was like, wait a minute, let me document this and put it so that everybody could see it. So, because one of the things that I say that one of the reasons why I think that I'm spiritual basic is because I don't always ask great questions. I always need help with what questions to ask and stuff like that. So it just gave me the idea and the confidence that it's okay. It's and the warmth that it's okay wherever I am. And I know I'm gonna expand, and I'm using my tools. I'm using the tools that I have access to, and they've been guiding me, you know. And then when I can't find the answers or move forward, I ask for help. So I'm not spiritual basic, practical. So that made me feel better. And this freedom and emancipation, it just something that I'm releasing now, with this releasing cycle in reference to the calling myself spiritual basic. It comes with a self-doubt and lack of confidence, or something that's going on with me that I'm transitioning. I recognize that I'm going through a major transition. And I almost feel like the baby where I don't know how to articulate everything. Not a baby, but a toddler, where I'm like just a little bit, but I have a strong foundation. And so that's where my confidence is. But some things I'm a little bit more self-doubt, but I'm releasing that energy this season.
Ashe. Sister, yeah, what were your 3 words again?
Peace, joy, and creativity. And so I did it twice. So in the middle, for the dial, I put joy and creativity. And then for the first one, I put peace. And the last one, I put.
Oh, you had peace twice?
Yeah, I put peace twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Sister. Yeah.
Thank you.
Ashe.
If anyone else would care to share, you're welcome. As much or as little as you care to, if you desire.
I'll share on one of mine. My last one was in reference to working on the financial aspects of retiring, meaning clearing up some debt that I have hanging out there. And my feeling is secure and freedom, but my feeling was secure. And I drew the card that is service and leadership, which is this card.
Yes.
And I was like, service and leadership. And so it says, she/he who wants to be queen or king must first learn to serve others. And I was like, oh, wow, that's a good way to put it. So for me, my interpretation is, if I want to be the queen and really be secure and have the freedom, the financial freedom, I must give to those that I owe or that is waiting or something like that. That was my interpretation, and I'm just going to roll with that.
Yes.
So that was good.
Ashe, thank you. That's good.
I guess I'll go next. Get this off. My cards that came up, I won't go through everything, but it made sense once I really started pondering. The very first one, of course, certainly, God. Oh yes, that
yes,
spoke to me. Look, with all that you want to release and all that your intentions, you got the supremacy of God.
Ashe.
The Most High is with you. you got to know that. Then
Yes.
the next one was confidence. Can you all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Collective strength. Collective strength. For what some of the things the intentions, like as far as my health is concerned, just kicking it up another notch with taking care of myself health wise. You're gonna need some help. You're gonna need, you starting, but still stay on that vein. You're gonna need people to help you. You're gonna need professionals to help, like you started doing. You're going to need that unity and that help with sisterhood, like I'm having right now. You're gonna need that help. You're gonna need that help as far as some of the things that you want to release, from feeling like you have to be the catch-all all the time, or some of those times. You're going to have to get that help from family. As Sister Gina said, just learn to ask for the help, and learn to say the boundaries again, learn to say no. So you're going to need that help. And to sum it all up, the end result will be peace.
Nice.
Joyful, all of that, peace. So that's the 3 cards. That's the wisdom that I took from each of those cards. That's the wisdom that I feel that the ancestors are saying, that 1, the Most High is with you. 2, don't be afraid to ask for help and do those connections that you need to connect, and who you needed to connect with. And then once you get in that vein and begin to release those things that you want to release, and hold forth or hold on. What's the word? That's not the word I want to use. March forward toward the intentions. Then you can't, peace will be, joy, peace, all of that will be yours.
Ashe. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Sister Shannon. Before
You're
you
welcome.
begin, Sister Adeshoye, Sister Ekele has to leave you all. She has to excuse herself. But Sister Ekele, thank you for your presence.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful week.
Have a wonderful week. Peace and blessings.
All right,
Peace and blessings.
Peace and
Thank
blessings.
All right, sis, and we won't be too much longer. Sister Adeshoye.
Multiple. So for the first one, I have hire a systems person to set up my systems and onboard new clients, and a social media assistant. That's been on my list forever. I'm going to use this time, this assignment, this activity to finally make it happen. That's the biggest thing. I had tried to make moves on it before doing it myself, but I'm swamped in client work. And then I had hired a VA, but that wasn't really her. She's more of a general VA, and this is more specific, more specialized. So I hadn't worked it out yet, but it doesn't mean I can't continue to look and be serious and hire someone. And the next step for me to do that is to actually write up a job description, which I know how to do from a course I took. It's just a matter of taking the action, which is, like I said, it's constantly on my to-do list, and I keep pushing it down. So when I pulled my cards, I got Mary Dane. Please forgive my pronunciation. Time changes. I think a couple of ladies got it as well for your particular ones. This symbol represents the dynamic and changing nature of life. It's time for a change, I guess. That's what it means. I don't know. The next one is I want to create one product to sell for Queen Jean Screens.
Nice.
I don't know if I should say what exactly I'm thinking, but I'm trying to use what I have already.
Yes.
It's already here and done and ready to go. Just a matter of, putting it together. So I pulled from that, only God is greater than you.
Oh, right.
Wow.
All right then.
Nothing else to
right.
say. What?
All right now. I
What did you
love
say,
it.
yeah?
No, it's like it's nothing else to say. That's what's up.
I know. It's like, well,
if that's not support, I don't know. That's not clear support. The
It feels
ancestors
that way,
clearly
yes.
support you on that. Yes.
And it's simply because, so there's two things that said on the card for this. The first is the symbols often used in Ghana to reflect a person who's spiritual or religious. Then it says the symbol can also confirm an oppressor is not greater than you, as only God is greater. And I just found it interesting to just pull this up because I was just thinking about that today because my day was very full. I had several meetings and lots of, I'm expected to share this or share that or to do this or to do that. And I was like, my anxiety was so high. And then finally, and I was just really struggling with it. And finally, I was like, you know what? No one is better than me. Everyone, no one is better than me. And then, God is only God. Like nobody else is better than we people. We all, that's what I was telling myself to get me out of, my spiral that I was in. And then so I found it interesting. I pulled this too.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I'm feeling like I'm not speaking very eloquently.
No, you're doing great.
You're fine. You're doing
fine. And then for the last one, I have hire editor for children's book. I think earlier in our times together, I've shared that I wrote a children's book. I have to just like put it out there. And so I had identified a person, but I hadn't moved on her. She seems cool, but I haven't moved on her. And so I pulled the card, Sesa Wo Suban, change or transform your character.
That's my card of the year.
Yeah. The morning star means a new start to the day. It is placed inside a wheel representing rotation or independent movement. I don't know what I got from that, but change is in there and transforming character, a new start. So maybe a new person. I don't know. I didn't really figure that one out, but.
May I add something whenever you're ready? Well, and it's like my transform your character card is making sense, really kind of like with everything that I was sharing tonight. And I'm offering that for you as well, because when I pulled it at the beginning of the year, I'm like, I'm not saying I'm like, change my character. Like, doesn't that sound kind of arrogant now that I say it? Like, my character's good. What y'all think?
I'm thinking the same.
But I'm appreciating right now that I'm in the journey of that wheel turning. That's what that card looks like to me, right?
Yes.
It looks like a wheel, but it's got that Oya energy, like that movement, right? Is the things that I desire, everything that I put in that new moon in Pisces intention, right? Of that, of like imagining my lifestyle of ease and grace and more or more flow and sweetness, right? That is a change in consciousness. That's like a shift in consciousness from like Queen Leia, the worker bee, to Queen Leia, the queen bee. That's a shift in consciousness, right? That's a shift in character. And so as you were working through your list from your from hiring your social media manager to implementing your product to your children's book, that card like culminates a shift in consciousness. That's like a CEO mindset, right? Everything that you're saying is you have to build team to support you in manifesting the expansion of your vision. And like, that's the shift in consciousness. That's the shift in character.
I hear you. That makes total sense to me.
Yes.
And if I may add to that, Sister Adeshoe, you just was saying earlier, remembering what you were saying about, I need to, release control. I need to ask for help. I need to know and realize I can't do it all. That's a transformational mindset that you're evolving from, I got to do it all to, you know what? I can't do it all. I'm not going to do it all. but I do have the supremacy of God with me, knowing that none of this is greater than me. And here's the bite-sized steps, as you said, doing simplifying things. Here's the steps I'm going to do one at a time, and it's going to involve pulling the necessary people that, you know, the supremacy and the greatness of God, of the Most High, will send me the resources, the people, will give me the wherewithal to do all of this stress-free.
Ashe.
Ashe. I receive it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you so much. That's really good.
You're welcome.
Change is in the midst. Change is in the midst. In this new season, it's so beautiful. I want to circle back to the change card that you had, Sister Ya, and Sister Adeshoya. I think you had that same card also with change. That card to me, and I kept hearing to say it, and I'm just going to say it so I don't have it drawn to a neat conclusion. But that card to me has always looked to me like, do I have it? It's always looked to me like a sand clock.
Oh, yeah.
So I kept hearing that, and I'm just sharing it because I felt like because I kept hearing it to say that. But to me, that card, it's always looked like a sand clock.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah.
That makes it even.
Yeah.
Yes.
Time to make a change. They had a song out.
Right. And the changing of life has been, you know, another thing that's been really on the forefront of my mind also, in that energy. Maybe because of all these thunderstorms we've been having and tornado watches and warnings. But, you know, definitely shifts, changes in the air.
So let me say this while we're talking about change in the air and the wind, because we started when we began tonight talking about God is in the breeze. We've had a couple of nights of heavy wind. And I'm glad that you're here, Sister Shannon, because I was thinking of you that first night, and now I can share it out loud while we're all here. Is I was like, okay, Oya is out here talking. And one of the things in my Ita is like when the wind is heavy, I go out and talk to the wind. You know, and talk to Oya so that she can carry, so that I can give my prayers to her and she can carry it forward. So while I was out there, I was doing release work, you know, just like letting some things go. I'm like, Mama, why you blowing it? Go ahead and blow these things that are concerning me, right?
Yes.
But the other thing that I did, and I learned this from an elder, all due respect to all the elders along the way, is I took an offering to Oya. Because the wind was like high, it was real heavy. And so I simply got a plate and I put cornmeal in it. And then I added some sugar to it. So I sweetened it. And so I prayed over the cornmeal and the sugar. And so I was just, you know, while I was praying, this is the plate, I was doing, you know, her symbol, a spiral. You know, so I was praying and speaking over the cornmeal. And then I took it out and it immediately like whipped. It was just gone quick. But I wanted to share that with you, sisters.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Beautiful.
I did pour libations. I poured some water libations to the earth, and then I did the cornmeal offering to the wind. Cornmeal and sugar, I sweetened it.
Is there significance with cornmeal as an offering?
Again, I've learned this. I can't remember which elder, so forgive me for not remembering who at this moment. But you know, I do. But what I do know about cornmeal is that cornmeal is often used in prosperity rituals and prosperity work.
Okay.
You know, so there'll be things like sometimes it's like you may put cornmeal at the threshold of your door. Like you just run like a little line of cornmeal there, so that so that wealth and money can come into your house. You know, so like you would sweet. Usually it's like when you do things like when you do a ritual like washing your door down.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be, since we're saying it, that's another thing I wanted us to talk about with spring cleaning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be like a very good ritual to do with this season. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for us to all do, right? Because we're asking for fresh energy to come into our lives. We're
Yes.
asking for newness to come into our lives. And so basically, spring cleaning, like the elders have always said, yes, now's the time for spring cleaning. Not necessarily that it has to be done in a weekend, but as we move through this season, be cleaning out the old. Sister Yatanisha's already settling into her house. It's already on my list, right? But spring cleaning with intention. And then the other thing is that ritual of washing down your door. And so just all of that old energy, and it can literally be, you know, pine saw, lemon cleaners,
Yes.
for fresh energy. So first you clean off the old, and then you would go back with like a sweetener. So that could be like Florida water, a floral water. You know, you could use some of your intention oils to sweeten it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
I've been walking past this front door, and I keep telling myself, I need to wash this door. I need to wash this door.
Boom. Confirmation.
Wash the door.
Yeah.
Of all the other things that I need to do, I'm like, I need to wash this door. So I'm gonna do that.
I know. You can, and listen, when the last time I washed my door, which was last year at some point, maybe like in the fall or something, you know, it's like wash the door, right? But Psalm Dio helped me because I had him working on the lower part. I'm like, you know, you get down there and you work on the bottom part of the door as well. But the whole thing of washing the door, so you have water, right? That's water energy. I would suggest, because I'm hearing this in my intuition, is go ahead and work with all of the elementals, right? So that's water. You're cleaning with water, then come back and smoke it with some incense or sage, right? So that gives that air. The fire energy, again, you could take a candle and run it over the door, you know, holding your candle, you know, and blessing it, right? Earth, air, fire, and earth, you know, crystals, you know, you could put crystals in the water or something like that. But I'm hearing about working with all of the elements as you bless your door.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I can do that.
Exactly. So yeah, earth, air, fire, water. Yes. So yeah, the crystals can be the earth element as well, you know, but again, you know, if you had a herb or something that was calling to you or something, you know, it could be the essence of the herb is in the water, you know, like when you go back and sweeten it, basil, I keep hearing basil. But you know, if you made basil water, because basil is prosperity, basil is also peaceful home. Peaceful home. Fidelity. Yeah, basil also supports like marital fidelity too.
Nice.
Ashe.
I guess I need to go on and do it since my husband coming.
You said
So he can go on and come on in this house.
Look,
Excuse me.
Look, I need to do something. Go
you said
get me
fidelity, and what was the first two?
Peaceful home.
Peaceful home, prosperity, and fidelity.
Go get me a bush.
Okay. One of my country ancestors jumped in me and said all of that.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So I believe we have accomplished what we set out to accomplish tonight, sisters.
Yes.
Yes. This has been excellent.
Ashe. Ashe. So I would suggest with the door cleaning, because again, I know the spring cleaning, you know, I know my spring cleaning is going to be an all spring bit by bit sort of thing.
Me too.
It's going to be a bit by bit.
It's going to be bit by bit.
But what
but
I
that's,
do
but it's something, because that's on my list, the clutter. I have clutter in parts of my in several areas that I need. My yard, you know, which I have a person that's coming. Jamal was trying to take care of it a little bit, but it just got too out of control. I mean, it's way out of control. It needs professional help. I tease the guy that's going to come and do the yard. I said, listen, please don't take this as I'm making light of the pandemic, but my yard looks like it has COVID-19. It needs to be healed, set free, and delivered. So I'm on his list. So, but that's good. The cleaning of the door, I wasn't aware of. I mean, I know your door has to be clean, and I rarely do that. I might wipe it a little bit, and like where people put their hands, and you have the handprints. I may do that, but I never thought about cleaning the whole door.
Yes.
I just did my door when I moved into this apartment, but I'll do it again because it's spring, you know what I mean? But I did wash my door when before I moved in anything. I washed the door, the floors, and the walls, and the baseboards, just like I did a similar to what you said. Like I cleaned it, like regular clean, like with bleach wipes or water, whatever cleaning. I had a sponge. That's what I had, and then I smoked it. I smoked the house, and I washed the door. I think I did different things on different days, but I did that process.
Yes, that's good, sister. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with the door cleaning, there was something else I wanted to add. I would recommend that we, while we're here in this beautiful Libra energy, bringing balance and harmony, the dynamic of balance and harmony. Yes, go ahead and clean the door this week.
Okay.
Make it a priority that, between now and Sunday of next week, that your door has been cleaned. The other thing that is coming to mind to share also, and I've never done this work, but I've either read it or I learned it from an elder. Probably has something like this in jambalaya. I wouldn't be surprised. The other thing that you're cleaning while you're cleaning your doors, you do your mailbox.
Okay.
And so the thing is, while you're doing your mailbox, you also are doing it with the intention of receiving money.
That's
so you put extra it's a spiritual work so that you receive financial abundance, checks, whatever, out of the nowhere, so that your mailbox is receptive for abundance, financial gifts, monies coming in. And so and whatever you use for your prosperity work, a very simple one, like perhaps one of the most simple and effective ones, is cinnamon. So it could look like, burning cinnamon on a coal and running that fume, across the mailbox and smoking the mailbox, right? You can use the sage and everything else, but when you sweeten it, you could use that energy of the cinnamon. Right. And then if you can't burn it, you can make a cinnamon water.
Oh, can you tell us about the cinnamon water, Queen?
Just literally cool water with cinnamon. Just add some cinnamon to it.
Do you have to you don't have to boil water first for the cinnamon to extract? You can just put the cinnamon sticks in the
Oh, if you have sticks, you would need to boil it to get the essence out of it. I don't have any sticks now, so I'm using powder.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. So you could burn the powder, or you could just make a, like a brown water, like a cinnamon water.
Do you think you could burn like the actual cinnamon stick the way we do Palo Santos?
I think the last time I tried to burn a cinnamon stick, I don't remember it putting off a lot of fume, a lot of smoke.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you said put it on the incense. You were talking about put the cinnamon powder on it.
Yes,
on
that's
the
what
charcoal.
I was saying.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So with the door and the mailbox cleaning, just basically, which just the general cleaning like you would do. You mentioned something about lemon water, like lemon cleaner or something, and then come back with something sweet like the you said the Florida water, or is something else you said. Maybe it was the cinnamon.
I said a Florida water or a floral water.
Okay.
A Florida water or what now?
A floral water. And so like some spiritual waters, they'll have like water of orange blossom, water of rose, water of violet. So like a sweet water of some sort, like a floral water.
A floral water.
Right. So if we had access to a botanica in Shreveport, until such time as we open one, you could buy a floral water, but then you could also use, Sister Shannon, it could be a perfume, right?
Okay.
Like a not the perfume you wear, but like if you had a dedicated perfume that you use for your spiritual work, it could be a perfume, or it could also be essential oil.
Right.
Add some drops
like
of essential oil.
The Tish, the attraction oil.
You could use that as well. Right. The other thing I was going to add, there was one more thing. I know you had something to say, Sister. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it while I was here. The Florida water, clean the door. Oh, this is the thing. When you are cleaning the door, so imagine you have like a bucket, your water bucket, right? From cleaning the door, you don't want to bring that water back in your house to discard it.
Okay,
because the whole thing is you're moving the energy away and out, right? So that mop water, that bucket water, or whatever, from cleaning the door, you could what I would do, I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm gonna do, because my house is at a crossroads. So I'm going to pour it into the street. I'm just dash it into the street, and I'm going to leave 3 pennies for a leg by, and ask him to take that energy away, right? To basically offer it to the spirit so that energy can move, right? But I would again, I don't even think I would pour that water at a tree. I would just dash it into the nearest road. And discard it, and then that's what I would do. That's my firm recommendation. Take it, take your 3 pennies, kiss them, and ask Baba Elegba to, carry that energy away from your house.
Yes.
My crossroad is kind of far from my house, where we live at. I go up to, you can either go left or right. Did that matter?
So when you come out of your drive, it's not a crossroads. It's a street. So go ahead and dash it into the street, and you having a leg by, right? Then I would pay him at your shrine.
Okay.
Yes.
So go ahead, Shannon. Sister Shannon.
Well, I was gonna say I was the same way. Leah, you know how my street is. I mean, I'm not on a crossroad. I mean, I'm near one. I'm like right at the intersection of Audrey Lane and MLK, but it runs right in front of my house, the street. So when I drive out, I'm on Audrey Lane. So you're saying with that geography or locale, we would just dash it into the street.
Right. And so I'm gonna add this I don't know if a caveat is the right word, but if you don't have a crossroads, because I do have a crossroads nearby, then if you're walking in both of your cases, sisters, instead of just doing it right in front of the house, go a little either above or below the house.
Okay.
So just walk a few paces either up or a few paces down, so it's not just like directly in front of your driveway.
Okay.
Or directly in front of your front door.
Right.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, that does.
Okay. Sister Ya, you were gonna say something.
I just was gonna I just was gonna tell you all that I have a friend that has that makes this cleaning just because we talking so much about cleaning, like y'all know. It's called Good Vibes. And so she has these, it's natural, organic, like it has scents like sandalwood, frankincense, and myrrh. And her tagline is, "Who says freshness has to smell like lemons?" So it's just, it's called Good Vibes. She is sister here in Philly. And I think her site is goodvibes.com, but when I find it, I'll make sure I put it in somewhere in a group or something. But she's all over Facebook. I'm surprised y'all haven't seen her yet.
Sister, yeah, I bought her sample pack.
Okay.
I kept seeing the advertisements, and then when I saw it was a Black woman, I was like, oh, and I kept seeing the reviews. Let me grab it. I haven't even opened it. I just put it to the side, but I had in mind I would use it with some of my housework. I'll grab it.
Yeah. Okay. That's my sister.
Okay.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Small world, right? How they show you?
Yeah, I've been seeing her ads too. I need to make my order. But yeah, I remember I started seeing the ads. I was like, I know who this is.
Yes.
This is so cool. She's like doing big things.
Yeah. She is.
Excuse me for one moment.
Sure.
Just excuse me for one moment.
This was an excellent class tonight, that's for sure. And I think it's always good, but I'm just so happy it's spring. Like I was in the sun all day yesterday. Even though I worked yesterday, I was outside a lot.
So I went to the Good Vibes website, but I don't think that's the right one.
Okay.
Don't go to that one.
Imagine which one you found.
Yeah.
Not yet.
So this is a sample box.
Yeah.
And I think I may have paid $10 or something because the price was so fair. I was like, okay. I hadn't even opened it. So this is your homegirl.
That's my homegirl.
All right.
Me and her reared our children together. Yeah, she yeah. Nice. Yeah, that is my homegirl.
This is great. Okay, so beautiful packaging. And so there are three, and so this is the thing that they're all concentrates.
Yeah, they are concentrate. Yeah.
So 2 ounces. This is So Fresh. This is sandalwood.
I love all those scents.
This is, it says some sort of mint.
Okay.
This is Nag Champra.
Oh yes, that's my favorite. Yeah.
Ocean View.
Okay.
And frankincense and myrrh.
Yes.
Wow.
So frankincense and myrrh and Nag Champra are my favorite. Sandalwood is good too, though. Sandalwood is earthy, but I feel like it's a little bit light. That Nag Champra, though, listen, when you cleaning and thinking about your husband, when you invite your husband over, go ahead and clean that house with that Nag Champra.
Yes, ma'am. Listen, because I saw somebody at the funeral and I was like, who is he? For real.
Good Lord.
Yes. Listen. That's how.
So it says here that general cleaning, add the entire 2-ounce bottle. So 2 ounces makes 1 gallon of cleaner.
Okay, yeah.
So each of these is, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I like that.
This is 5 gallons of cleaner. And I'm trying to see if my price is on here. It doesn't have the price, but like I said, it was very, I think I may have paid maybe $15 after shipping and everything. But you can do general cleaning, and then it says here you can make a cleaning spray. And then also stain removal. So yeah.
So with the stain removal, when y'all remember when I was driving Lyft, and I had a car, so I had spilled. I guess when I was driving to work, I had spilled my lunch, and it was curry. And I was like, I can't believe I think I was just talking to her. I was like, I can't believe I spilled my lunch in the car. And she was like, good vibes will get it out. She's like, just spray it on there, let it sit for a second, and then scrub it. And she's like, and when it do, give me a testimony. Did I give her a testimony of what? I was like, what? And it didn't smell like curry no more, because all day I didn't know that it spilled. I was like, why does my lunch smell like it's, in here? What's going on? Or why does it smell so curry? And then so it works. It's good. I like it a lot.
It smells good. It smells so good.
Yeah. And
I heard what you're saying about that Nox Champra. Yeah. This is really nice. The sandalwood is very nice too.
So Queen, I have another question regards to the cleaning. When we clean the door with the cleaning and we get ready to sweeten it, I guess my question is, should we cast out the water that we cleaned the door? We did the actual, just good general cleaning with, put it out at the, further down from my house, then come back again and do more new water with the cinnamon or the attraction oil in it or something?
Right. So you're going to have your cleaning water to remove dirt, right?
Right.
And so depending on how, you may need to clean it more than once, to your satisfaction, right?
Yeah.
But any of your cleaning water, you're going to discard in the street.
Okay.
Gotcha. And I know I said, I'm being more specific now that I'm thinking about the energetics of it. I said either go up or down a few paces, right? Yeah. But whatever you perceive to be down the street, down the road, move it down the road.
Okay.
Okay, whatever in your mind, right?
Okay.
Because usually we say up the road, down the road, whatever is your down the road energy, you want to dash it down the road.
Okay.
So it's moving away from you. Okay.
Okay.
And then after you have cleaned the door, the reason why I said a lemon cleaner or even adding some fresh lemon is because lemon cuts.
Right.
Lemon cuts. Just like, if you felt like you had a really heavy energy that you wanted to move from your physical body, you could bathe with lemon and salt. Lemon cuts. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
And so part of the elder wisdom is that, old Black folks, right, would make a cleaner with lemon, but then at some point we got lemon pine sol.
Right.
And so they're like, well, it's still the essence of lemon because that lemon is real strong, right?
Yes, it is.
And lemon pine sol. So you could still use like a lemon pine sol because then you have lemon and pine, which are both good energies for cleaning, spiritually and physically.
Okay.
And then you come back and of course you would rinse out your container. You can rinse it in the yard or whatever, right?
Right.
And then you're going to draw some fresh water, and in your fresh water, just like we pray over our money pouring water and all of that, you're praying over that water with the intentions of what you desire to draw into your home.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And you're going to sweeten it. So you're first cleaning old energy, and now you're about to lay a vibration of what you desire.
Right.
So the basil, we were doing the basil water. We would do the basil water. We would do the basil water on the sweetness end, like on the sweetness action. So can we like spray with do the basil water and smoke with the cinnamon?
Yes, you could do that.
Okay. And what about like so? And what about what do you think about a cinnamon basil water?
It sounds good to me. I think it would be great.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense energetically, right? And then the other thing that, and this is what it was when I when that day when Dio and I cleaned the house, cleaned the door, is we had we used some of the money pouring water. Okay. So if you have some reserved money pouring water, you can put, you know, a portion of that in it. And I wasn't very religious with it in terms of being very consistent as long as I intended to. But you know, you can always make a spray with that money pouring water. You know, so if you want to refresh your door or spray your house or whatever, you know, you can do that.
I like all of these ideas.
Child, listen.
Me too. I'm
Yeah.
just like one of the kids. Me too.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Sister Adeshoya, you over there shopping? You
I'm
done bought your good vibes
today, but it's on my list. I need to get that. I think I would really love that knock chomper.
It smells
girl,
good.
yes.
It's my favorite scent anyway.
Listen. So I'm living through you right now. So this is what you gotta do. Like, so I don't know what day, I don't know, but one of the days you gotta send your husband out and you gotta clean with that knock chomper or whatever, wherever he gonna smell it. And then did I send you some churro? Girl, burn that churro. Shoot. Just make sure, you know, I know you don't want to have no more babies, but be careful. Cause you know, like what I'm saying. So that was just me living through you for a moment, sis.
Yeah, we don't need no more little ones.
Right. But that's it'll birth your your editor to the child books.
That's right.
Your green grandma green jeans.
Yes.
Clean
you
greens.
know, we're gonna
jeans.
Clean jeans greens.
We're gonna, you know, and finding that virtual assistant. That's the prospect.
Right.
That I mean the social media assistant. That's the prosperity right there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the prosperity it's gonna birth.
Yeah.
The other thing that I want to share, sisters, I saw this very clearly for Sister Adeshoye when she was on, when you were expressing about, you know, your declaration today that no one is better than you, and
right.
You know how the card came, right? I saw you're putting that Genia May somewhere on your computer screen.
Oh, wow.
So that
that's cool. Go ahead. Sorry.
But no, like, so you have that as a visual reminder, and a visual and more than just a reminder, but so energetically, like that symbol is working with you and for you. But then as I thought about it, I'm like, I need to do the same thing. So I know a lot of us do computer-based work and we spend a lot of our times there. You know, working there, but more than likely, I don't know. I might put all three. I don't know, but I know. But I'm gonna have one of these symbols, if not all three of them, somewhere, you know, either stuck to my computer or whatever, so it's there in front of me.
Yes, and I have a pair of earrings shaped like that. I don't have them on, but I have them with me.
Yes,
but I wear them regularly. I usually wear my ankh, but I also have that same. I also have the same symbol in earrings. And one of my favorite pair.
Yeah, it's always been a symbol that stood out to me and that I liked for like a different definition that I had always got for. I mean, it was talking about the supremacy of God, but that was the only portion of it that I knew, the supremacy of God. And so that for that reason, it's been a favorite symbol of mine. But when you said just now, Queen Leia, to put it as a symbol on my computer, I actually, when I was going through the exercise, thought about putting it up in my living room. Like I've actually been thinking about putting like 3 symbols up in my living room, 3 Adinkra symbols up in my living room. And then when I was going through this exercise, I was like, put this one up there in my head.
Yeah.
I have something that I want to share.
That's it.
So
yes.
I have a couple of things I want to share on Adinkra symbols, right? So you know, here in Philly, we have the Lock Conference. But this Baba O'Banian, he has wooden Adinkra symbols. And they're really affordable. They're very affordable. And so and if he doesn't have the symbol right away, he'll make it for you. You know, he made
nice.
I had for our Sankofa Emma graduation, we had created our own Adinkra symbol. I mean, we infused two symbols, Sankofa and Duafe. So our circle is called Sankofa Duafe. And so if I find a picture, I'll show it to you. But I gotta get one of those Sankofa Duafes. But he made it for us. You know what I mean? We showed him a picture of what we wanted, or we made a picture. We called ourselves making a picture of what we wanted. So that's one resource. I'm gonna try to get his website. I'll find it.
Please, that sounds amazing.
And then since we are using our Adinkra cards so much, you know, and we're learning about Adinkra, I just wanted to remind y'all that it's a Adinkra dictionary out there that expands on the symbols. It might have like a little bit more information on the symbols. And it's a good book. I use this book really a lot.
Yes. Good. Thank you. I saw that book years ago, Sister Shannon, at Community Book Center.
Oh, really?
And I'm almost sure that they had it at Nubian.
Well, you know what? I'm here in New Orleans. I'm gonna have to take a trip back Community Book Center.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I don't get a chance, I know they're not open on Mondays. But I'm leaving out Tuesday. So maybe before I leave out, I need to go by and just say hi
hello
to Mama Jen and Mama Vera anyway.
Yes.
So I'll purchase that book. And if they don't, I'll ask Mama T back home here in Shreveport. And Mama T, if she doesn't have it, she'll get it. She'll order it.
Okay. My mommy's Mama T too. My mom is a Mama T here.
Really? Okay. She's a well-respected elder here in Shreveport. Mama T.
Sister Shannon, when you go to community, and when you check on the Adinkra book, if they have two, will you get me one?
I certainly will.
And if you know, I can reimburse you, or I can cash app you in advance, whatever's best. Just let me know.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Ordered my good vibes.
Yay!
Yay!
She's gonna be like, I got all these sales at 11:06,
almost
whatever
midnight.
time it is.
Like, what's going on?
Good vibes. That's what's going on.
All right. Wanting to clean at midnight.
That's cool. I'm excited.
I am too. This has been so rewarding. Yes, always.
I'm excited.
Me too.
I feel like this is gonna manifest.
Yes.
I'm really happy.
Exactly. Like the spring energy is here. I love spring. It's my favorite season.
Yeah.
We had like the most perfect spring day the other day. It was amazing.
Like we actually have the windows up now, and it's like, you know, it gets kind of cool in the morning, you know, but it's like just that fresh, crisp energy. I love it. Nice breezy days. It's like I've been, one of my things I've wanted forever. This is something we had down in the country when I was a little girl. Is my grandparents had a screened-in porch, and there was a day bed on the porch, and I remember being a little girl taking naps on the porch, and I'm like, I want that so much, like a porch with a bed porch.
Yes. I'm trying to figure out who
those screened-in porches. In those homes were the best when they would have those, like you said, day beds, and you can just sleep at night.
I know, like all night, right?
Yeah,
on the porch.
Yeah. I mean,
want
I
that
never
so
had one,
much.
but I knew relatives, like you said, in the country had that. And friends of mine who may have had relatives that had these, nice porches, maybe even wraparound porches, as they call them, with the screened in area. And you just out there chilling.
Yes.
Y'all giving me ideas. My parents have a wraparound porch. It's not screened in, but it's wraparound porch. I'm gonna see if I can get a bed out there next time I
Wow.
That's gonna be some of the best rest you ever had. I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness.
visit.
Yes.
I'm gonna see if I can put a bed out there and see if they let me. I think they'll be cool with it. Yes.
Mama T gonna be like, get out my bed.
You're gonna be like, that was a great idea.
She's been trying to get me to come out there by myself without my menfolk to the rest, recover, renew and all that. So I think she'll be open to me getting something out there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
That'll
Yeah.
be nice. That'll be so nice.
It's gonna be good. Thank you for that idea.
Yes, indeed. Okay, sisters. Well, I know it's late. I'm having so much fun. We could keep chatting, but I know we gotta, call it a night. Go to bed. Get up in the morning. Continue on.
Yes.
But again, we've done amazing moon work tonight, and blessings of this full moon blessings, and it's a super moon on top of that.
Hey.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a super full moon. So when you go out and do your burning work, don't forget that. Okay. So within the next 3 days, take your list and go before Mother Moon, Mother Oshupa, and release. Let it go. And it's always good in reciprocity to give some energy to the moon, so you can pour libations, Sister Shannon. I don't know if I've said that specifically, but that's pouring water libations is always, what's the word? Just in balance.
Right.
Right.
And I think I have done that with the moon ceremony, like the releasing and all of that. I'll generally have some water. I have the elements.
Yes.
I have a bowl of water. I'll bring a incense stick out, and then I'll have my bowl that I burn in.
Yes.
And that's all the elements, pouring the water on the ground to the earth, burning the incense for the air. And I'm already out in the air. And then, just burning and releasing the, those things that I want to release.
Ashe. That's it right there. That's it.
Ashe.
All right. So those are my closing words. You all have anything to express in closing?
This was amazing. I'm so happy we were able to gather together within the energy of this full moon and super moon, and such a wonderful, concrete and spiritual, a holistic experience of planning as how we'll move forward in the spring. I'm very thankful for it. I really needed this.
Ashe. Give thanks. Sister Ya.
I give thanks for the door. The door. Thank you for the wisdom on, cleaning the door. I mean, I just didn't think of it. Okay, it's a door. It's dirty. I need to clean it. But I didn't, and I don't know why, but I didn't think of it in that way, that, look, this is a door people walk, you're inviting that energy into your home. I know last summer, Queen Leia, when we had a hurricane threat, you told me to wrap something white around the doorknob. And I think that was for the protection. It was Obatala.
Right. I was saying basically when it's like storm season, right? When you have the threat of storm, is you're tying a white cloth, like a white flag, to Obatala for peace.
Okay, and it's still there.
Okay.
I still have it there. What I do plan to do, though, because we're coming up on hurricane season, you know, it starts in June. And then we had some bad thunderstorms last night. You know, maybe when I get ready to clean it, maybe take that off and clean it, wash it, because it's been there for at least almost a year. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
I think you could take it and release it and put a fresh one up.
Okay.
And just, release that one. You could, you can take it to the trash.
Okay.
Put 3 pennies with it again, because it was a spiritual work, right?
Right.
And so, your 3 pennies again. So a leg by open and close, right? So to thank him for helping to open the way, for Obatala to support you. But the idea with the white cloth is, you want to put it somewhere, ideally, where it can catch the breeze.
Oh, okay.
So almost if you can imagine, like, those cartoon surrender flags. Right. And so you want it to be where it can catch the breeze. And so that's like that is your signal.
Okay.
Right, to spirit that Obatala is protecting us here. Obatala, watch over us.
Maybe I thought for me, I have, and I need a fresh flag too. I just need a fresh flag. I have a red, black, and green flag in the front yard. I'm thinking maybe when I get ready to put the new flag up, a fresher flag, because it's been weather worn, maybe I can tie that over it or something.
You could tie it to the flagpole, or wherever.
Yes.
It could work with that. Yes, Sister Shannon.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sister Ya, closing words.
Oh, I'm just forever grateful for this collective and that we get to meet and share. I always feel safe. Well, and I'm just happy. I'm very happy. I'm on the same page with you, Adeshoye. I'm grateful that spring is here. It just lightens the mood. And that's it. I'm really, really happy. I'm grateful. And good to see y'all. And I'm grateful for the work that we did tonight.
Ashe.
Really helpful.
I
think I'm gonna teach my son this exercise for let him.
Sorry, I was.
It's a good that's a good exercise for all of my children to do.
Right, truly, right?
Yeah. Yep. So our boys could, your boys, Adeshoye could do it, and my son, my son, I'm asking him to do it too, and your boys and your daughters and one son and grandchildren. How many grandchildren you have, Shannon?
Two grandsons.
Okay, I thought it was 2. I thought you only had 2, but I wasn't sure. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't leaving nobody out.
No, just two grandsons, 1 son, 2 daughters, and 2 grandsons.
Yeah,
that's
I
awesome.
remember that.
Yes. Yes, Sister Adeshoye.
Oh, I was just reiterating. I while you were talking about what to do with the doors and stuff, I was picturing the boys helping me. My youngest, Johnny, he's 3. He loves water, and I'm trying to he's always going to water in in ways that are not convenient for us. So we've been trying to get him to be in the water in some more convenient ways. So this would be a good way to help him, play in the water, but also learning at at his age. And the big boys, they like to still help with stuff like that. So it's going to be a project for us this week.
Sister Adeshoye, I've been meaning to ask you this, and it comes and goes in my remembrance, but I'm remembering now. The book club that your sons are in, is that opportunity still available?
It is.
Okay, will
It
you,
is.
yeah, of course not now, but will you at some time send me that
Yes.
information? Thank you for reminding me also, Sister Ya, about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Sister Shannon, so
they're
will you
starting
tell
this
her,
week.
because Sister Shannon has grandsons as well.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah.
Educators Online, and it's basically um, an educator. He was in the classroom, and then COVID hit. Well, when he was in the classroom, he was also doing like an after school program for like a book club for Black children, Black boys.
Okay.
And then COVID hit, so he went virtual. And a mom was like, "Hey, you should put this into the homeschool groups, whatever." And so like all the homeschool families like joined, but basically it's a book club for Black boys and for girls now. We've expanded that for individually, and so that they can read books with like protagonists that look like them
Okay,
and
good.
are dealing with various things. It's not always social justice, even so that's good, but it's just like characters that are just going through I'm going to school and what I'm dealing with at school and stuff like that. And then they have conversations about the things that come up. McKinney is first learning about the N-word and the various uses and controversy and non-controversy. All of that happened in that club, and they were able to work through it with Black men who are running the club and guiding them through all these different things. I don't know if I'm doing a good job explaining it because I'm a little bit late, but I love it.
You are.
No, you don't. Well,
I
I like the link to that. I mean the
yeah,
information, so I can
yeah,
pass that on.
really great.
To
It goes
my
all the way up to high
grandson.
school.
Nice.
Okay, nice. That's real nice.
Sorry,
And let my
Mom.
daughter know.
Yeah, and then I really love it. Like I posted on my page. They do a great job in everything. Like every time they add on something, they do it in a really great way. Mr. Crawford, he was in the military, and so he's very highly disciplined and orderly. He taught leadership, in the military and then outside the military, and that's what he brings to the courses also with the boys.
Ashe.
I really like it.
Okay.
That's
awesome.
But I'll put it in the group.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put in the group a book that a concave wrote. I don't know if yet, but it's for it's your oldest son. Your two oldest sons can read it. If it's I don't know what to say about it. It is so it has creativity in it, like it's like fantasy. It's a fantasy chapter book. I don't know if it's chapter.
Oh, what you mean? Okay, yeah.
Did you read her book, Sankofa Chronicles?
I edited that book.
Oh, you did? I forgot. Look, I'm sorry. Look, that's awesome. Look, we done known each other so long that I forgot. Yeah, girl.
Yeah,
so it
was a great book.
Wasn't it great? I love that book. So I'm gonna put it in the group, so that you all could see it. If I can remember how to put it in the group.
Yeah, I love that. I love the story. It's super wonderful, culturally centered, imaginative.
I don't think there's no trauma in it.
Yeah, no trauma. It's awesome.
Yeah. It's intergenerational. It has some spiritual content in there that's like light, it's light and practical.
It's really good.
It's a really good book. And so although it's a children's books, I think adults should read it too.
I love young adult books. I have a ton of them.
Yeah.
I read with McKinney. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, I put it in the Facebook group.
Okay, I think I just saw it. You just flash across.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, sisters. So listen, y'all know we have this thriving chat, and then we also have our Facebook group. So carry our conversations on over there.
That's right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So we give thanks and praise to Olodumare, the Most High Creator, Mother, Father, Source, and Supply, for the blessings of our sisterhood, for the blessings of this time, the blessings of this fellowship. We give thanks for the guidance of our ancestral mothers and ancestral fathers, for giving us wisdom, showering us with wisdom and support for our journey. We honor our Oris, the spirit of our heads, our destiny, our consciousness, so that we are indeed right now in every season, fulfilling the purpose for which we are created. We give thanks to the elemental forces of earth, air, fire, and water that sustain us, nurture us, protect us, and carry us and provide for us. And of course, we are grateful for one another, our families, our community, and our kin. We are blessed to be a blessing. We are beautiful and we are sacred, and we are truly grateful. Ashe.
Ashe.
All
Ashe.
right.
All right. Good
Good
night,
night, you
sisters.
all.
Night.
Thank you all. Good night. Have a great week.
Yes,
Have a great
week. Sister, y'all, I'm gonna hang out for a few seconds so we can talk.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
All right. Good night. Let me turn this off.